All right, I just got off my 9 to 5 job and I'm about to go service 3 yards for my side business, the pet waste removal. But as you can probably see and hear, it's raining, so instead of wasting time, I'm making this video because if you're confused about what the stock market actually is, I promise you are not alone. And in the next few minutes, I'm going to explain the stock market without all the jargon while we sit here and wait on some of this rain to stop. I'm going to explain it without the hype and without pretending that you need thousands of dollars to get started in the stock market. Now, if the stock market has always felt confusing or intimidating, this video is definitely for you, so don't click away yet. I promise you guys are going to enjoy it. Let's talk about what the stock market actually is, and we'll describe it in plain English to make this very simple. At the simplest level, the stock market is just a place where people buy and sell ownership in companies, right? There's tons of companies out there. When you buy a stock, you're not gambling. You are buying a tiny piece of a real business, a business that actually exists. Companies sell stocks because they want money to grow, right? And investors like you and I, we buy stocks because we want to share in that growth. We want to make some money for ourselves. Quick disclaimer, real fast though, I'm not a financial advisor. This is for educational purposes only. I'm just explaining how this works and sharing what I've learned personally while we burn some time sitting in my truck waiting on this rain to stop. Pretty simple. Now, the next thing let's talk about is why the stock market even exists in the first place. Imagine you start a business and it's growing fast, but you need money to expand. You can take on debt or you can sell ownership. Now, the stock market exists to connect businesses that need capital with people like you and I who want to invest. That's it. There's nothing mysterious about it. That's the simplest way to put it. Now, this is making more sense than anything you've ever heard before, which I hope it is. Stay with me, because this next part is where most people finally get it, is what I'll say. Into the next one. So, how you make money in the stock market, right? How do you guys think that we make money in the stock market? Well, there's two main ways that people make money in the stock market. The first of those is stock price growth. If a company grows over time, your little bitty piece of ownership that you bought becomes more valuable. Second is going to be dividends. So some companies pay you just for owning the stock, right? Like getting paid rent on a property that you already own. You don't need to trade. You don't need to watch the market daily. You don't need to be glued to whatever news outlet that you watch because you're going to get paid those dividends. The biggest myths beginners believe is, there's a few of them. We'll say this one. One of the biggest lies beginners believe is that the stock market is only for rich people. And I used to think this myself. I started with a regular income, full-time job, side hustles, exactly like what I'm doing right now, making money outside of my normal job, and I invest in the stock market. You don't need perfect timing. You just need time in the market, and you need to be consistent with that time. If no one ever explained the stock market like this to you before, hit the like button. Not for me, but so more beginners actually see videos like this and talk about what these things actually are for self-education and awareness. And we'll chat about how beginners should think about the stock market, right? The stock market isn't a get-rich-quick scheme. It's a long-term wealth-building tool. If you treat it like a casino, it's going to treat you like one. If you treat it like ownership, which it should be, it's going to reward the patience. And if you want more beginner friendly videos like this, where I can talk about just stocks, ETFs, bonds, the NASDAQ, S&P, all that good stuff, no hype, no gatekeeping, subscribe. In future videos, I'll break down those things and how to actually start with very small amounts to get you guys into those markets. I've got yards to service up once this rain lets up. It's starting to let up right now, so I'm going to go ahead and get my stuff ready, but I'll see you guys in the next one.